Good evening everybody again. My name's Scott and today we're going to be focusing on the windmill feint, the first variation. Okay, windmill feint, Overslagsfinde, Radjenovic feint. Lots of names for it, but ultimately the same style of feint. The foot feint, normal feint in handball, we're going away from the defender. We're keeping the ball protected at all times. With the windmill feint, this is a riskier feint because now we're starting to turn into the defender. So we're taking the ball away from a strong, stable position, actually into a weak one. And a very dangerous one because the ball stays and remains close to the defender at all times. So it requires a small change to our foot sequencing, to our body posture, and to the way we change our body weight. Okay? So the first thing we're going to look at is the foot sequence. There are two ways I'm going to teach this. This is the first way. It's not the right way, it's not the way, it's just a way that I like to coach my athletes to be better at the windmill feint. So the first thing we're going to do is this. Left-handers, I want you to have your left foot forward, right in front of this middle cone, ball in the air, and your right foot tiny bit further back. Something that looks like this. Okay? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to explode with our right foot out to the side. Okay? And use that step, lateral step, to drive our left foot back forward again. So we're going to go out to the side and forward with power. Right-handers, right foot forward, left foot further back. We're going to go out to the side and use our left foot to drive our right foot back. Do not step out to the side in one straight line because now it is impossible for us to drive forwards again. It's very important that when we do this, we come almost back before we go forwards again. It will become clearer as to why in a couple of minutes. Criteria number 2. After we've got the step sequence, we're worrying about the upper body posture. Okay, we've found this position here. Now, I want us to have the ball in the air so that we're dangerous and we can shoot. And our other hand, I want us to be preparing on the outer side of the defender so that when we eventually come over to the side here, we can almost beep, move the defender in. What's going to happen now is at the same time as we make the lateral step, we're also going to take the windmill round and we're going to take our hand in. So we're going to make this movement. And now it becomes important why we're taking a step backwards instead of taking a step forwards. If we take a step forwards and try to turn, well, now we balance. If we come here and we take the small step backwards, we can now drive our leg forward after we've come over and across the defender. Third, tempo changes. Like I said with the foot feint in my last video, it is not important that we are flying towards the defender at 1,000,000 miles an hour to have a good feint. If we are coming too fast into the defender, we lose our ability to judge distance, and it is impossible, scientifically impossible, for us to come very fast and very fast and very fast. It's impossible to make this. So, the most important thing is our ability to change the speed from this point to here. Okay, it's not important we're coming in so fast. Timing beats speed. So I want us now to take a starting point and I want us to focus on now generating as much power from this leg as possible, driving that knee and making a power step forwards. So now we're focusing on this part here. Power, power. We want that movement lateral and forward to be as fast as possible. And this movement here, this is the time where we're judging distance to the defender and preparing our foot sequencing. Okay? So, ball in the air, we land in the correct position with foot sequencing, we prepare our posture now, but now it's more important that we do it with speed. So a short summary up until now. We've now focused on the foot sequencing, making sure that our correct foot is forward in relation to the arm. Back foot is going to be a bit further back, and the reason for that is when we go to make the overslagsfinder, when we go to make the windmill part, we're going to be leaning backwards with our upper body. So it's important that I've got something there to take care of that extra weight that's about to come onto it. If I'm stepping here and I start leaning back, we're now no longer in a balanced position to be able to explode ourselves forward and come around the defender. So taking that side step a bit back is very important. Upper body posture. We are turning into the defender now. We're not turning away from the defender. We do not have the ability to protect the ball, which means we must work harder to take that ball away from the defender and make sure we cannot get arms either on the ball or on the upper body. Okay, so the upper body posture is such that we're going to lean backwards, take the ball over, and we're going to use our non-ball hand to help us in this way. The third thing is the tempo change. It doesn't matter how good your technique is, how good your timing is. If you are slow getting from point A to point B and around the defender, you are not going to be a good one against one player. So, generating power from here over to this side and having power from that last step forwards is the key to this. Okay?